That's right, y'all. You are now rocking with the best. This is the Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast with Ali Oxenfree and Cali Rock.
What up, y'all? Peace to the planet. Peace to the planet. I am Ali Oxenfree, and this is the Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast. Thanks for checking in with us and checking us out, hanging with us for a little while. You know what I mean? I got to give a shout out to everybody that's been chiming in on the comment section. I'm going to start listing the names of the people, the actual people who chime in and whatnot. I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to build up our platform, you know what I mean, get it out there to as many people as possible. Like I always said, this is not a new podcast. I'm not doing this podcast because it's the wave right now. You know what I mean? For a lot of people, it's the wave. It's everybody, everybody want to do a podcast. I had people who actually came up to me and asked me, how can they start theirs? And, I'm always, willing to help whoever I can, you know what I mean? But on all honesty, you got Google. You really don't need me to help you. You know what I mean? When I started this, that's pretty much what I did. I just went to Google, and it was a lot more work than it is now. You have all types of tools and whatnot that'll help you get it started and whatnot. You know what I mean? But this is a labor of love, actually. You know what I mean? And it's actually me building my chops, so to speak. Doing it dolo for now. Shout out to my boy Cali Rock. Try to get him back on the show as soon as possible. But I pretty much wanted to just get things back up and rolling and on a more consistent basis. Like I said, we started this podcast in I want to say about 2018. This is before a lot of people, you know what I mean? A lot of podcasts. And this was inspired by the Combat Jacks, rest in peace. It was inspired by Juan Ep. It was inspired by Joe Rogan. It was inspired by Open Line with Bob Slade and Judge Bob Pickett. Rest in peace, Bob Slade. Rest in peace, James and Toomey. It was inspired by individuals who had shows in which they had amazing conversation. That's why I'm a huge fan of the Joe Rogan podcast, because he'll have somebody like recently he had Ice Cube on, he had Killer Mike on, and he'll have a theoretical scientist or somebody that's a part of the UFC or somebody that's a CIA operative, and that's what we're going to do with this show right here. It's not just going to be, like I said, this hip hop. We started as something where we wanted to be, sort of like barbershop talk. And there's plenty of shows that do that, and shout out to Matt Hoffa and My Expert Opinion, and shout out to shows like the Drink Champs and things of that nature. But I want to go in different lanes, different avenues, you know what I mean? And of course, we're doing it from the 5 to 1 countdown, because we are the Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast, of course. So we're going to keep that going, of course, as always. Like I said, hopefully I get my brother back on ASAP. It's actually it's not him, you know what I mean? It's just me trying to really get this show back up and running and in motion, and trying to be on a more consistent basis, like I said, because brother got a lot of things going on. You know what I mean? Like my FB page got hacked, so I can't even really post the show on there anymore. So just go to YouTube and check it out for now. And I'm going to be putting it back on Apple Podcasts as well. And on my Instagram, you'll be able to see at Ali Oxenfree, you'll be able to see previews of it, maybe like 15 minutes long. And on at Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast, you'll be able to see like 15-minute previews. But if you really want to check out the video, the show in its entirety, go to YouTube type in Top 5 Dead or Alive Podcast. You'll be able to see Joe. I appreciate those that holler at me. I appreciate the support. Appreciate if you like, subscribe, um, and repost. You know what I mean? One thing I've learned over the years is that unfortunately one of the hardest things you can get from even people within your own circle is a repost. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about a repost or a like or a share or spreading the word is it's free. You know what I mean? I did my own social experiment a couple of days ago, and it wasn't for a repost back or anything like that. But I randomly I do this anyway. You know what I mean? I randomly just repost uh, some people on Instagram that I follow. Um, just for the repost, just to see. It was a thought experiment, and you'll be amazed how a lot of times you're not even going to get the sentiment. Hey, it's all good. Like Math Hoffa say, it don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother hater. You know what I mean? I remixed it. It don't cost you no money unless you's a mother dummy. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's not like I'm even selling merch right now, but merch will be coming. I'm trying to uh, get my brother Cali Rock to um, get back up Calligraphy NYC or whatever um, driving force or machine that he wants to do because he is one of my favorite artists. I tell him that to his face. You know what I'm saying? He could be competing with the likes of Art Simpson on Instagram, who is a dope ass artist. I think my boy can compete with him as well. Shout out to talking about speaking of dope artists. Shout out to STEM, um, a well-known writer from BK. I think his handle is Silk Eyelashes on Instagram. I love following his page. I bought he has a book out. I'll probably put it in the description. He has several books out with his artwork, and it's amazing. So shout out to him. It's like a comic book series, you know what I'm saying? And his, omega level ability as an artist. I'm going to be coming back real soon. I just gotta get a little bit more discipline in that realm. I got my dog here. She's I ain't never wrong with me. I ain't gonna show her on camera. She's a knucklehead. Um, sit. Pardon me. Sit. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So shout out to them. Like I said, man, rate, subscribe. If you want to donate to the show, you'll be able to see right there where you can donate. Um, and everything's appreciative. I'm always appreciative of the support, the love, and all that. Shout out to my Warheads family, my brothers Nash, Rob, Crunch, Al, Star, Mel, all y'all. Hopefully, I can get you brothers on the show in the future. Shout out to Jay Arthur. Shout out to Jeff Campbell. Let me get it rolling. I just, I gotta build the ship. As the captain, I have to build the ship and make sure that it's something that can run before I invite, passengers and staff and things of that nature. So that's what I'm really trying to do. Move. Hey, I should show y'all this little mangy little mutt who's getting on my nerves. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Thank you. Anywho, how professional is that? Anywho, Uh, so we're gonna get it started with the show. Let's see if I can get this first video up and running. I want to call this one. I want to call it "Taking L's." It's a video from 50 Cent, actually. We're gonna call it. Uh, mm, no, we're gonna call it "Taking L's" because you'll see in a minute.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's definitely taking an L. The L that I took was I'm on my way to work early in the morning. This is like a Saturday, so it's like overtime for me. So I think I had to be to work either at 6 or 8 in the morning. I can't remember which one. Probably 8 in the morning. So I'm on a train. I commute. I'm in the suburbs, so I think I had spent the night in Brooklyn at family house, you know what I mean? So I don't have to drive all the way down. I just wanted to be able to just take the train over. So, I did that for the specific reason so I can get to work early and not be rushing and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm on the A train. Uh, Noticed that my train, I guess I wasn't paying attention. I asked to stop and I'm like, oh my God. I did all this for the specific fact that I didn't want to be late for work. So get off at Canal Street, have to go back down to all the way to the end of the tunnel to go up and go around to catch the train going back towards, I think it was Fulton Street. So I'm running, go up the stairs, come around. I'm about to go downstairs to catch it was the A train or the C train. I was right there. It was there. So I'm like, I'm not gonna miss this train. So I had the bright idea to, the railing. It's like a two-sided railing. You know what I mean? Because it's two sets of stairs. Some people can come down, some people can go up on either side. So it's like a two-sided railing thing. I had the smart idea to slide down it. And mind you, at the time, I got a book bag that got like my laptop in it, you know what I mean, in case I get the urge to make some beats or something like that. Uh, so I hop on the thing and laptop and book bag kind of heavy, so it pulls me back. Oh, I'm sliding down. Oh, wow. Landed all on my back. Oh my God. It's like the stairs just jabbed me into my back so hard that I got up and I was walking like an old man. Like this was it was an injury to where, you know what? You should either go to the hospital or take your ass back home because you're fucked up right now. But mind you, I was like, nope, I'm gonna troop it out. I'm gonna troop it out. This is overtime. I'm trying to get that bread. I ain't trying to go home. So that's why this wherever it's at, it's a donation thing is up. You know what I mean? For those who want to, donate to the show because so I won't have to do stupid things like that. But it was crazy, and I was injured for a while on the low. You know what I mean? I've had other injuries riding my bike, falling, fucking up my wrist. Wrist was fucked up for like months. My back was messed up for like I want to say about 3 months. My back was oh my God, and I had scraped my hands. Them floors in the subway is filthy. So I had two cuts on both sides. My hand, I don't know if you could see. It's little, so it's probably hard to see. A little dot right there. That one. And on the other hand, let's see. Okay. It's a similar one. I don't know if you can really see it, but them just got infected to where they was hurting. I was jacked up trying to chase a dollar at a place I don't want to be. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to be there, but I'm trying to, you know what I mean? You're the man, you got to support your family, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but yeah, that was my take in the L. Very similar to Shorty in this video. I don't know why she thought that she could, you know, uh, 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 do that flip or whatever. That was ridiculous. You know, in that small quarters. I mean, I don't know if she practiced that, but you could see in the video when she made that rotation, it was like, oh, it's a little, her body should be a little bit more, you know, turned at that point in time. But oh well. It is what it is. So we're gonna move on. I'm praying that everything is recording right because if not, I'm gonna have to do a lot of shit in post production, to which I don't want to have to do. But yeah, well. Um, so this next video I'm gonna show is called "A News Reporter Takes Off Her Wig on Live Television to Embrace Her Locks," and this was from courtesy of at Culture Central One. I found this very interesting that in this day and time, we are still being beholden to these European standards of beauty, if we want to work in these corporations. And that's what happens when you're not, when you are in a society in which certain people are the upper echelon and they employ everybody. Everybody, tend to feel, or it is pretty much dictated from the top down, that y'all have to acquiesce to our standards of beauty, of speaking, and so on and so forth, which is, you know, utterly ridiculous at this stage of the game in 2023. But you know what? Oh, now I see myself. Ah, okay. All right. But let's check this out. Let's see if I can get it rolling. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's see. All right, let's go.
I chose Juneteenth to share this journey to hear freedom with all of you because it's Liberation Day for me. So moving forward, this is how you'll see me on TV. And I'm hoping to inspire women and little girls struggling to embrace their roots. I see you, sis, and I'm with you. Akila Davis, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
That's a beautiful woman, a beautiful sister, beautiful hair, and I remember a point in time of having locks. Believe it or not, yes, your boy had locks. It came down to here, but bad genes by the way of my biological grandfather kind of nixed that whole situation at an early age. You know what I mean? Oh God. I hate when I be in my group chat and my brothers like Cal, Nash, and Rob be talking about their hair. I be low key hating. I ain't gonna front. Ooh, just when the therapy is supposed to come in. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to see that. Anyway, but yeah, I remember a time where having locks and looking for jobs and things of that nature, and that was always something of a concern of mine, whether or not this corporation or this company is going to make me want to cut my hair and things of that nature. And that says a lot about a society when your concern is that you have to fit in, especially being a melanated person a black person, whatever you want to call us, African American, Nubian, Moors, whatever it is. But a person of melanated complexion, I call us the sun children. But when you want to acquiesce into these corporations and these companies, and they're ran by the Europeans, the European descendants, and they're telling you pretty much that you can't, wear certain things, or you even feel like you have to acquiesce and have to throw on a wig or speak in a certain tone and things of that nature, man. That's disheartening, for our society, to and to still be in 2023, like I said, and for her to feel like that, But that's a beautiful thing that she's doing that, and it's good for for young black women, for young girls to see that, and the beautiful thing is you're seeing a lot more sisters choosing their natural hair, choosing natural hairstyles or hairstyles that doesn't require them to use chemicals, because perms and stuff like that, those things, they be messing up the sisters, yo. Those things are dangerous. That's chemicals that are seeping into your pores that is supposed to weaken your hair. Think about that. It's a chemical that weakens your natural hair to make it relaxed enough to look straight. It's terrible. That is terrible. And who says that standard of beauty is the apex of it all? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. And there's no disrespect to any Caucasian people who might see this, but I'm gonna be one brother. Black first. No disrespect to the nation of gods and earths. I respect the fact that they say that they're not pro-black, they're pro-righteousness. I'm both. Pro-righteousness and pro-black, because I understand, like the great Claude Anderson said, is that race is the competition of wealth and resources amongst groups of individuals. That means that you have this race versus this race versus this race versus this race. And the one race that doesn't really seem to totally understand that seem to be the black race, because we're too busy trying to get along with everybody else. And yes, I want unity and all that stuff amongst us all, but more than anything, I want black people to be a formidable opponent to everybody else, because this is a competition for wealth and resources, like I said. You know what I mean? And this, you know what? I'm gonna segue into this video right here. This is a good segue into exactly what I'm talking about. Shout out to DC Young Fly. This is I guess 85 South was on Earn Your Leisure podcast recently. And the name of the video is "We Need to Rethink the Way We See Luxury." And this is something that's been on my mind as well, in terms of brands. And I'm gonna shout out a couple of brands. Shout out to collectors. Let me see if I can find them right now before I even go into that video. Let me stop share. I shout out these brands because it's the type of ninja I am. I do stuff without a lot of times getting the love back, but it's all good. I'm a black man. I'm a real, what I'm saying? I'm a real, what I'm saying? I was raised by Walter Dial Frazier, and he taught me Walter Dial Frazier for those you don't know. If you ever heard of Dr. George Frazier? Well, Walter Dial Frazier is his older brother. You know what I mean? That's the man who raised me. You know what I mean? And he raised me to have integrity. He raised me to always try to go after building our own as black people, as quote unquote black people. So clothing brand I want to shout out is official official, how can I pronounce it? Official Threats. It's spelled out OFCL TR8 TS. Shout out one of my homies, Mr. Dawson, Thomas Dawson. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. That's his brand. Got a shout out to Collectors Only LLC clothing brand. You know, shout out to my brother Milo. I see you, brother, doing your thing. I'm about to cop. I'm about to cop some stuff from all these brands that I'm speaking of. Shout them out because I'm gonna be doing some videos real soon for my project that I'm looking to put out by the end of the summer called Suave Bola. It's going to be my first official mixtape project album. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's going to be something real different. Y'all going to see, y'all going to be like, yo, this dude is on some different type of ish. Yeah, I am. But it's my first official joint that I'm going to do. And it's something that's project that's just been, you know, the whole music thing, period, has just been something that I can't shake. That's the only reason why I do it. Because kind of like this, podcasting is just something that's in me. You know what I mean? If I don't do things for clout. I don't do things because it's the wave. I do things because it's something in me. I'm an artist and I have to get it out. If it's in my mind and if it stays there, I'm going to be unproductive as a friend, as if I'm working at a job as an employee, if I'm in a relationship as a boyfriend or as a husband. So, I got to express myself. That's just how I am. And also, speaking of clothing brands, shout out to Proverb. It's at Proverb _. That's another dope brand. Angelo Salazar, I think is the founder's name. Very dope. Shout out to them all. I'm gonna try to start posting a lot of these things. 'Cause like I said, I'm a real. I just me, man. You know what I mean? I'm bred that way. If I see something and I like it, and especially if I know you, I ain't got to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to pay me. You ain't even got to ask me. If I got a platform that I could showcase, you know what I mean, and get the word out, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But do it now. You know what I mean? But once the show really starts to take off, I'm not gonna be really be doing that. You know what I mean? Unless you know what I mean. It's not no hater ish. It's just that after a while, business does become business. And if I feel like nothing's being reciprocated, and I don't want nobody to think that this is some hater shit and I'm doing stuff because no, I do it because that's who I am. That's who I am. I believe that on earth as humans, your duty as a human being is to serve somebody else in whatever capacity that is. Your duty as a human being is to serve your brother, serve your sister, serve your wife, serve your husband, serve your children. You're supposed to be a servant for one another, and we don't live by that. I try to as much as I can. I try to be a little bit more competent, cognate of those things. So, like I said, shout out to those brands. But I want to share, like I said, I want to share what the brothers from 85 South was talking about. Pull it up right quick. Yeah. We need to rethink the way we see luxury. Check it out.
So the way we act off of impulse, If we really formulate a group and be like, look, you take all the money you spend here. You take all the money you spend here. Not only that, the black motherfucker has the same shit. They like, nigga, I'm not paying $350 for his sweatshirt. This shit should be $40. You don't know Louis. You gonna go in here and spend $1,000 on the shirt because who said that this motherfucker was worth $1,000? This is what you see. This is what you conditioned to. We have to wipe this whole narrative and the way we think on certain situations on what's hot, what's elevating, what's morally making you progress, and then we're gonna literally find ourselves in a better state of mind.
Amazing. That's been on my, when I saw that video, that's been on my soul, so to speak. And I'm not going to front like I don't have certain brands. You know what I'm saying? I got a dope ass Dolce & Gabbana polo shirt that I love. I got a dope ass Moschino t-shirt that's highly overpriced. I love the design. I come from Crown Heights, Brooklyn, home of the freaking lowlives. So I came up in the 90s rocking Ralph Lauren, who's a Jew. Jewish person, Jewish. Let me not say Jew because I guess that's a slander. I wouldn't disrespect anybody. But he's a Jewish white man, white Jewish man. And I want to get into the days of, we need to bring back the FUBUs, the cross colors. You know, shout out to FUBU. I heard that they own Fuji. But we need some brands that we can support. Rest in peace to Virgil Abloh, Off-White. But we need to have our own luxury brands that we support as much as we support these other brands. You know what I'm saying? Call me pro-black, self-righteous, whatever. It's just, like I said, race is a competition of wealth and resources amongst groups of individuals, and black people are some of the biggest consumers of bullshit. We make everything hot. Whatever we rock is what the world rocks. Whatever we put on, if we say it's dope, everybody's going to say it's dope. And just to know that after the pandemic, when everybody got their PPP loans and all that nonsense, to see the Gucci and Louis stores crowded with nothing but black people. And these are Italian brands that we know that these brands was not created for us. I'm not going to sit here in front like I never bought nothing from there. I bought my girl, now, you know, my wife, then girlfriend, a nice Louis bag for her born day, 1 year. Post me a grip. But, you know, she loved it. So I was like, you know what? Here. But I also, for last Christmas, I bought her the Telfair bag, which is black owned, which I love. That is black owned, and it's very popular amongst the sisters. I bought her a bag for Christmas. You know what I mean? So I want to get more into that. I want to get more into supporting black, you know, me being more black owned, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. The fact that we are consumers, you know what I mean? Some of the biggest consumers let you know that we ain't broke. We got it. So, you know what I mean? Like he was saying, you know, a lot of these items are so overpriced, but we'll go out there and get it. And Mary Jeans is overpriced. I heard they fit well, but whatever. We make all this stuff popular. The Richard Mille watches, whatever the hell that is, or hip hop makes everything cool. So instead of us making these other families continue their generational wealth, we need to distribute that money back into our own communities. My grandfather used to always say, he's like, yo, we need to create our own dungaree factories. our own t-shirt shops and this and that. And he's 100% right. We need our own sneakers. You know what I mean? If you saw that movie Air about the Air Jordans, you realize that Michael Jordan made Nike what it is today. You see what Kanye West was doing with his sneakers. Everywhere he went, from Nike to Adidas, he was making them right. That's why he was on Sway talking about, oh, Sway, oh, Sway. You ain't got the answers, Sway. But Sway is right. Like, what about yourself? You got to stop making these people generational wealth upon generational wealth and being satisfied with the little cosign or the no. Make them come to us. Make them come to us. Make them buy from us. That's what we need to do. So that's why I want to rock collectors only, Proverb, official, you know what I'm saying, Calligraphy NYC. That's why. I want to slowly move away. And I love, don't get me wrong, I love Low. That's it's probably my favorite brand, Ralph Lauren. You know what I'm saying? But I want to rock some black stuff, man. I want to support my own people, yo. I'm on that type of time right now. You know what I'm saying? We run the culture. You know what I mean? We're descendants of individuals that were here already. We're descendants of individuals that were brought over from the motherland. We're descendants from those two groups of people that built this God-forsaken country and caught hell all along the way up into 2023. One of the most life-changing things that I've ever seen in my life was going to Kaksaki Correctional Facility with the shorty that I was dealing with at the time. This was maybe about 13, maybe about 10, 12 years ago. I can't remember. Her son was locked up in that facility, and I think he was about 17 at the time. So we go into an area where there's nothing but young men. And when I got in there, I'm driving. I drove her there, her and her other son, to see her son. He had a charge, I think an assault charge, where he might have, I think he stabbed somebody or something like that. Gave him 7 years. Damn. So we going to see them, driving way up there through windy roads and all that stuff. And I get inside there. I mean, just to humiliate and just trying to bring packages or just going through the whole process is humiliating as fuck. Get in there, we're in like a cafeteria type setting, and when I tell you, it was like I saw just a sea of young black men everywhere. It was one of the most depressing sights I've ever seen in my life. And it lets you know that they done a number on us. They've done a number on us. And when you see other videos that speak about, certain states, they still picking cotton. They still got inmates picking cotton. So slavery never ends. Energy don't die. It just transformed from one state to the other. And that slavery energy that started in the 1600s, or maybe before that, still carries on to this day. I just call it the prison industrial complex. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep on y'all. But we're gonna keep the ball rolling. And this next video is something that something that my boy Cal always says. When it comes to relationships, especially for guys. This is for the fellas out there. I know this is a weird segue, but for the fellas out there. They say it's always good to find a shorty who likes you. You know what I mean? And not, you don't want to always find a shorty that you like. You want to find a shorty that kind of likes you. And that's a huge, I used to say that all the time. And I understood exactly what he meant. And being in a short-term relationship with somebody right before, I want to say maybe about a couple of years before me and my shorty, I'm married now, but before me and my shorty got serious and really settled down, I was in a relationship with a young lady who I liked. I think I liked her a lot more than I think she liked me, but anyway, I'll get into that story. So this is entitled "The Most Important
Most
Lesson I
important
Learned."
lesson I learned: mess with the chick that like you, not the one you like. The one you like, you're gonna accept all kind of stuff out of it. And y'all know it's true. You're gonna accept all kind of stuff, what you never accept off another chick. And it might be another chick right next door that like you and gonna do everything and keep you right. But you rather mess with this pretty girl over here that's giving you all kind of problems, you dig? That's how the world goes. Not just with the pimp and the whole game. A lot of people have a tendency, the right people they're supposed to treat right, that's loyal and dedicated, they overlook it and they treat the other people right. That mean them no good, no intentions. And that's life.
Absolutely. It's 100% true. 100% true. I remember it's only 2 women that I've been with so far in my whole 40-something years of life. And it's no disrespect to anybody that I've dealt with in the past. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I've been in love before. And I've had long-term relationships and things of that nature, but it's only maybe 2 people that I can feel like, I think they like me. I think they really like me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kay. I messed that whole relationship up with her. You know what I mean? Trying to just, you know, it was a bad time in my life and I'm out there doing dumb itch and messing with multiple women, and you know what I mean? She got caught up in the nonsense after one of my exes caught herself getting mad at me while me and her was not even together. And she called up everybody that I was dealing with. She found a way to get hold of their numbers. And the only one that I really felt bad about at the time was Kay. I'm just gonna call her Kay. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to put her on blast, but shout out to her. I hope she's doing well. You know what I mean? She was a good person. But I was lucky enough to, years later, still find somebody who genuinely likes me. You know what I mean? Beautiful person, and we end up getting married. Shout out to Passion T, aka T-Bone. Love you, baby. Um, but yeah, man. Like my brother Cal always said, you want to find somebody who likes you, man, because you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was dealing with somebody, a younger chick. You know what I'm saying? I'm with her for all the wrong reasons because I felt like she a baddie. You know what I'm saying? Tall chick, pretty face, big tight titties, fat ass. Man, I be with Shorty sometimes, man. We get together. This is how you know what I mean? When you get older, your body, if you really don't like somebody, your body is gonna start betraying you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, we get together and we had the worst sex life ever. At least on my end. My body was like, yo, bro, you don't even like her like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she look cool and all, but this chick don't. She ain't nurturing. She ain't affectionate. I like affection. I'm one of them brothers. I like affection. You know what I'm saying? You give me affection, I'm gonna give it right back to you. You know what I'm saying? I love love and affection. You know what I'm saying? I like kissing and hugging and holding hands. I'm one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? You give it to me, I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So you know, y'all gonna learn a lot about me on this damn show. But yeah, and so that relationship ended. You know what I'm saying? Ended up abruptly. I hope she's doing well. I'm sure she is. Doubt she even watched this show, but I ain't gonna blow nobody's spot up by saying no names. But it was what it is. But I just learned that in life, especially for men, you really do want to find somebody who got your back because, as Dante Nero used to always say, when you get into a relationship, you're taking a loss. You're taking a loss, meaning that when y'all go out, you're going to be paying. When you're walking down the street and something jump off, it's your job to be the one that kind of deals with the situation. Even when getting into a relationship or going after somebody, it's you that have to be witty. It's you that have to be charming. It's you that have to look good, smell good, have the money, have the transportation as possible. You're going to be the one that has to go after, pursue. What does she have to do? She has to show up and be pretty. You understand? They always say how you get them as a man is how you're supposed to keep them. So you're supposed to maintain them things as a man to keep your woman. But as a woman, how she gets you isn't how she's supposed to keep you. Because she just cannot just be pretty and look cute in the dress to keep you. She has to show forth the nurturing side, supportive side. I got your back no matter what nigga's side. That's what men want. That's what we need. We need somebody that says, you know what, I got your back, babe. I'm here for you, babe. I love you, babe. What you need, babe? I need that. You know what I'm saying? Most men need that. You know what I mean? We don't really require much, but when you in this world, especially as a black man, and you fighting these battles, you know what I'm saying? The world is tough on us. It's tough on the sisters too. But trust me, it's real tough on us. So you really need that. You know what I'm saying? You really need that as a man. At least I do. And I know a lot of brothers probably would agree with me. And sisters, if you're watching this is a heads up. You know what I mean? Like, these are the things that he might not be telling you, but we really need that on the low. But anyway, segue into the last video. This is from What They Never Told You. What They Never Told Us pod. I think this is a relationship pod. I bucked into this on Instagram as well. A lot of my videos are coming from Instagram, as you could see. Seems like I think it's a relationship show. I'm gonna check that out as well. And it's something that I thought was really interesting. And it's on the in the lane of like being friends with your exes or whatever, something to that. It says, are you cool with your spouse being friends with their exes? And this is just a short snippet of what a homegirl said, as her rebuttal to that or her answer to that. I found it pretty interesting. What you doing? A badass dog over here doing dog stuff. All right. Let's see.
We already talked about
really interesting experiment.
Been like, hey, are you cool with us being friends? And you were like, oh yeah, it's cool. Then you saw me talk to her and giggle one time at a party.
It wasn't one time. We already talked about
it. You giggled twice, 2 times?
It was the leave and come back.
Yeah. So clearly a friendship is not cool with you.
I wouldn't say that.
It felt very much so like this ain't cool.
I wouldn't say that. There were some dynamics at play there that I didn't like.
It was the leave and come back that you didn't like?
And I feel like if it's somebody that's your friend, and this is the first time we had this conversation, so it's really weird. But if it's somebody that's your friend and you know that there's this sticky dynamic in between that, don't leave me out of that dynamic. You did not once introduce me to that person.
That's good.
So like y'all get to y'all have a relationship prior to me. I'm cool with you maintaining this relationship, but you don't even make an effort to be like, hey, this is my girl. No, you're just talking to her. You're giggling. You're cackling. You come to be back with me. She call you back. You go back. Now I'm like, she trying to pull a power move on me. I see you, sis, but watch this.
With exes, though, I'm not really cool with my shorty having male friends, let alone the ex. The ex? Really? Why? Why? I'm a man's man. Me personally, I'm a man's man. And the reason why I wouldn't have any female friends is, what are we going to talk about? Other than smashing, you know what I'm saying, or the potentiality of smashing, what are we talking about? Are we talking about compressors? Do you know about the new Neumann 80 or the classic Neumann 87 microphone? Huh? Are we going to talk about the classic MPC 3000 that Jay Dilla was a master of, or the SP 1200 that Easy Mo B uses currently? We're going to talk about the new updates on FL Studio. What are we talking about? What are y'all talking about? I'm not saying there's always exceptions to the rule, but I'm a staunch no male friends for shorty, and it's not a double standard for me. I don't have female friends. I have associates or people I'm cool with, but it ain't nobody I'm constantly on the phone with or hanging out with or nothing like that. Nah. I want to hang out with anybody, hang out with either shorty or my homies. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. So let alone my ex. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. I always say life is fairly simple. Fairly simple is just humans complicate things. And we complicate things with our BS. And you know you're going to complicate things if you're a woman and you have a male, or I'm still cool with my ex. Like, listen, I have an ex that we share a child with, and I would love for us to be cooler than we are, meaning that I would love to be able to, because she's in a relationship. I think she's either married, or I would love to be able to, like, you know what? My daughter's coming up to the crib. We about to have a cookout. Bring your husband, fiance, whatever. Come through. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because I can say that because nothing in me that's still attached to that other than my seed. You know what I mean? My daughter. And I don't have no ill feelings. I mean, it took a while, of course, when you're with somebody for a long time. It's going to take a while before you get to the point where you're like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I wish you nothing but the best. You know what I mean? All I hope is that your relationship, you good, because at the end of the day, you're my kid's mother. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to know, is that you're good because you're my seed's mother. You know what I'm saying? I don't harbor. I don't want to go back. I don't long for none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not me being disrespectful. It just is what it is. And it took a long time. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? We were with somebody for a long time, and y'all break up for whatever reason. You know what I mean? They say divorces and split ups is kind of like the equivalent of the pain level is equivalent to losing somebody physically, like somebody that passes away. You know what I mean? I got friends that were going through it for a long time with their splitting up with their significant others. You know what I mean? I get it. I understand that. So it took time, but I've gotten, through the blessings of Allah, blessings of the universe, I was able to you know what I mean, grow and learn and, you know what I mean, learn, from previous relationships to kind of like move on to the one I'm in now. And, I'm happy. I feel blessed. And, so I wish I could, you know what I mean? But beyond that, you know what I mean? Not on some call in, let's hang out type shit. Nah. Nah, I think you just asking. I personally feel like you just asking for trouble. You know what I mean? You just asking to complicate your life. You're asking for the side eyes, for silent treatment, for, you know what I mean, possible tit for tat BS that we humans tend to do. Nah. Keep it simple, stupid. With life, try to keep it simple as possible. You know what I mean? And I do not think you should be, if you're in a real serious relationship, being cool with your ex, for what? You guys were effing. You know what I'm saying? You were effing. You were effing. You were attracted to each other. You were at a point of time when y'all would, you didn't want to see her effing nobody else, and you didn't want to see him effing nobody else. And y'all gonna be cool and be in relationships with other people? Really? Do it if you want to each his own. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. You know what I mean? I don't understand. It's not, no. I prefer not to, thank you. You know what I mean? That's just me. Oh wow, my dog is finally knocked out. Good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take a little video of this little mangy mutt. And so y'all could see. And then incorporate it. Oh, there I go right there. Uh, yeah, there she goes. She finally knocked out. Badass dog. Anyway, so that's it, y'all. Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast. I am Ali Oxenfree. Check out Kicking the Kids Into the Rapscallion. It's available now on Amazon, on Kindle, on BarnesandNoble.com. If you want an autographed copy, hit me up. You can hit me up by email at alioxenfree@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on my Instagram at Ali Oxenfree. That's ALIOXNFREE. Ali Ox in free. Okay. Ali Oxenfree at gmail.com. Ali Oxenfree on Instagram. I'm Ali Oxenfree on Twitter. Like I said, my FB is gone. It was hacked. I really don't F with FB like that anyway. I'm not going to really F with threads. You know what I mean? Because I'm hearing some itch about them. Once you sign up, if you decide to get rid of them, they'll take your damn IG page. These niggas is the worst, yo. F Mark Zuckerberg. F him, yo. Ugh. Anyway, that's a whole thing. So yeah, stay on the lookout for Suave Bola. I drop videos. I dropped a video called Mohican that this is a song that I actually recorded maybe before I moved where I moved at. This is maybe like 3 years old. And then the video, um, we shot maybe about a year ago. I shot a year ago. I directed it, edited it myself. Um, compiled the videos that we took on a little trip we had. You know what I'm saying? Guys trip. Trying to take another guys trip probably next year. Trying to live life, trying to have fun, man. You know what I mean? Like you get 80 years if you're lucky, 100 if you got it in your genes and you're eating right. You know what I mean? But like he said something that was very profound. He said that in actuality, we are all the same age. We are all the same age. He said him being in his 60s and a 15-year-old is the same age. You know why? Because unlike money, you know how much money you have. in your account, and you know how long it might take for you to run out of money if you run out of money. Typical life, you don't know how long you got. So you can have a man that's 80 years old that will live longer than the 15-year-old because the 15-year-old can die at any moment. God forbid, and the 80-year-old could still be going. We're all the same age, but you don't know how much time you have. We don't know how much time we have. And you have to live it. As cliche as it sounds, you gotta live it like you may die tomorrow. Because God forbid you might. You know what I mean? And one of the reasons, like I said, one of the reasons why I brought back Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast, one of the reasons why I decided to go in hard with this Suave Bola project is because I turned 48 in May. Shout out to me. And I had seen a post that said something to the effect that in your mature age, mature years, you have to mind your money, your mind, and your mouth, or something to that effect. And then I had seen a video that this guy put on YouTube, an amazing video, and it talked about Tupac's 11th month run, meaning from the time that he came home, the time that he went on death row, to the time that of his untimely demise was 11 months. It felt like years. When you put that into perspective, what he was able to accomplish in the 11 freaking months was amazing. He did more in 11 months than most people will ever do in their whole lifetime. That lets you know that if you're a creative, if you have a quote unquote dream, and you're sitting on your goddamn ass, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are cursing yourself. If you want to be a rapper, don't be a rapper because it's the wave. Be a rapper because it's in your DNA. That's why I rap today. So much so forth that I just rhyme right now. But I rap today at the age that I am because in 1988, I heard a group called De La Soul and I fell in love. I heard a rapper named Slick Rick and I fell in love. I heard an album called It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, and I fell in love. Tried to start my own group with my homeboy Hindi and my homeboy Don. I wanted to be the next De La Soul. It didn't work out. Went to high school, met up with some more brothers named Cali, named A-Star, named Dome. Formed a group, 4 of us. We went to the Fever one night and saw Wu-Tang Clan perform. I said, I gotta do this shit. Then life happens. Then you get in a relationship. Then you forego your dreams. Then you look for a job. You stop doing what it is you love. You play house. You have a baby. You help facilitate other people's dreams. That relationship ends, and then you get stuck at a job that you can barely stand. And you feel like you've done a bid for 20 years. Thus, Suave Bola will be coming out soon. That is my story. Peace.